hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. In today's video we are on day 6 of Vlogmas. We are on day 6 of Vlogmas. Now, I had to do a gift guide for pets because, let's be real, most of them are better treated and are better taken care of than we are. But anyway, I have Mr. Baby here with me today. He is very hyper because I've brought out his presents that he's not getting yet. He got some of them already. But yeah, so I just want to share with you some stuff I picked up for him and some stuff that's good if you know people with pets, or you have your own pets and you're wanting to know what to get them for Christmas. So the first thing I'm going to say is the easiest thing in the world to get for any animal, and they will be delighted and contented forever, and that is the famous TREATs. Can I have, thank you so much. As you can see, these have not been opened yet. He knows he's not, yeah, there, see? Happy, delighted, joyful. You can get these particular ones are chicken. You can get, there's a million brands that do a million different types of them. This is like little Christmas tree shapes for Christmas. The big brands do them, the small brands do them. You can get homemade ones. Okay, he's very excited about these. I might give him one if he's very good. But that's a really, really good thing to get them. Another thing I got him, now I try to get him this every year when I remember to get it, is the Advent calendar. Oh, actually he missed a few days. He's actually due a few of these. We have missed some. It's funny enough, I gave him the first one in November because that's when I bought it. As you can see, that's not distracting at all, Max, I swear. But I got him an advent calendar because, like, if you can have one and your kids can have one, why can't your dog have one? Or why can't your cat have one? Yes, they can. But anyway, so I'm actually going to give him this right now. Hold on. I'm going to go to door number 2. Oh yes, these are as difficult to open up as the human ones. Come on, you. Flip you. Now, what I'm giving here, in case it does look like chocolate, it is chocolate, but it is animal, cocoa-free, gluten-free, and it's safe for dogs. He's a very good boy, isn't he? Go on. There you go, good boy. Oh, good boy. So when you're having your own morning advent, whether you have your Yankee candle, your Estee Lauder, your Soap and Glory, your Cadbury's calendar, you can also give a treat to your dog. Now, we're on, I don't even know, I can't remember what date it is today, but anyway, I'll probably give him 1 or 2 of these throughout the video because he's been so well behaved. This video might be shorter than usual as well because, you know, attention span. Okay, so the next thing is, number 1, get them advent calendars and TREATs. You're sorted, you can get meat ones, you know, all the things. Be careful, by the way, guys, and I will say do your research. Stuff like rawhide is available in a lot of places, in a lot of ways. Not all of it is safe for your animals and for your pets. So I will ask you, especially if you're getting a new pet this Christmas, do your research. Some of the stuff that you think your animal will be able to have, they will not. And stuff you will never even think about why they would possibly not be able to have it can happen as well. So I would say check. There has been issues recently with rawhides. Obviously with dogs, they can only have certain bones. They can't have chicken bones and stuff like that. Cats can eat chicken bones, you know, especially with turkey and all that kind of stuff coming up. So please look it up, do your research, find what is safe for your cat and dog, because you don't want to spend Christmas Day or whatever day you're celebrating in the VET, if you catch me. So anyway, next thing I have is another thing you can get for them is toys and balls. There's tennis ones, there's ones that squeak, there's loud ones, there's don't make jokes, there's what you call it, I got him a set from Kong. There was 4 in it, they're all like sparkly and they're Christmas themed. They're called Kong Occasions. I got a set, I think it was around 13 or 14 euro, maybe 15 euro, and like he nearly lost his damn mind. He nearly lost his damn mind. It's the first ball I've given him as well that he hasn't destroyed. He is an absolute destroyer dog, destructor dog. He never met any toy that he didn't want to rip to shreds. You may notice also his lovely red blanket that we got him in IKEA. There's his Christmas blanket. Is he fed up with me? Yeah, he's fed up with me already. Okay, you go over there, Roxy. I set up the camera as well, so if you lay down you could see him. Anyway, so I got him that. It's very likely that ball is currently under the couch or under one of the chairs. But they're doing tubes, there's 4 in it. There's squeak ones, there's one that's like furry, there's one that's soft, there's one that's like harder. Kong are excellent if you have a really big chewer dog. The black Kongs are for heavy chewers. Like he might be tiny, but he's so tough. He's such a tough dog. He's so destructive, and especially squeak toys. Squeak toys must die. They must be destroyed. They must be ended. They must no longer exist, and he will not stop until he gets the squeak out of them. And he loves to wreck things. He's an absolute wrecker of a dog. But yeah, stuff like that is really, really good. Another one is interactive toys. So there is interactive toys, like I know for cats there's one you can get and it looks like a maze, and there's like a ball in it and they have to play with it, and it's really good for their mind and for, you know what I mean, for channeling their brain and for, you know what I mean, keeping them entertained in that way. There's ones for dogs as well. There's one I know, the Kong mate, it's a treat dispenser, and basically it's the standard shaped Kong, and you basically fill it full of treats, and the dog basically has to, I think it's called the Kong wobble, if I remember that's what it's called, and the dog basically has to knock it and play with it and run it around until they get at the right angle and the right thing, then the treat falls out. But it helps to stimulate their minds, because especially dogs that are hyper, you can WALK them. I can't say it in front of him, he will literally go mad. WALK them for hours. He gets an hour and a half to 2 hours every day. And he's tiny and he is still hyper, so I tried to get him interactive toys to, you know, calm his mind down. So one of the things I got was a licky mat. So basically you get the licky mat and you put their favourite treats. If you can get foam from Kong to put on it, it's like a special kind of moussey treat. It's almost like spray cheese, that's what it looks like. You can put that on, you make sure you pat it in, and they have to really get into all the different corners, and it helps to stimulate their mind. It's really good for anxiety. In stress in dogs, if you're going out and you need to keep them distracted, this will keep them entertained for a good while, unless they're a max, in which case they'll have it for a minute and a half and they'll chew it, because they must chew everything. I don't even know if you guys can see that. I hope that you can. Mr. Destructor. He damaged this before I had used it. It was out of the packaging. I found it in the garden. I left it on the kitchen table. Anyway, he's destructive. And this is the this one's like, this is the heavy duty one. But yeah, really cute thing. He loves his licky mat. Now there's nothing on it now, which he can see. There's nothing, that's why he's not really going near. There's nothing in it, but he loves that, and that really keeps him entertained. I put that in his bed with some peanut butter, and he'll literally be on it for 20 minutes, because they can still smell it, so they'll keep trying to get into all the corners to get everything out. And it's really good for stimulating their mind. It's really good for running out any of that excess energy, and getting them to calm down. Do you want? There's nothing on it, but you can have it. Max doesn't care that we're filming a video. He's like, I want my mat. Y'all can just get over yourselves right now. So, anyway, really good things. Interactive toys. If you go into your local pet shop, trust me, there'll be stacks of them. Some of them are like €4 or €5. Some of them are like €400 or €500. It depends. It's such a broad range. But interactive toys are really good, and it's really good for their mental power, which is good for their long-term brain health as well. So, yeah. Do you want that? No, you don't care. Okay, cool. Anyway, next I have is Kong toys in general. I've never met a dog that doesn't play with a Kong toy. Most of them love them. The red ones are normal ones, black ones are heavy chewers. Try and get the size they want, or for their particular size. I got the small one for him, which was recommended for his size. And I got the heavy chewer, which is meant to be indestructible. He ripped the top off it in like 25 minutes. So I originally got him the medium one, which is for the next size up, but he did something with it. I don't know if he buried it or what, but anyway, it's gone, never to be seen again. But Kong toys are brilliant. They make all types. They are one of the few toys that are actually recommended by vets, and they're actually tested. Because one thing you need to know about the pet industry is, guys, a lot of stuff in the pet industry, toys, all that kind of stuff, there's safety regulation. It doesn't exist. It's rubbish. Like, they just make it up. A lot of the stuff isn't properly tested. So the best thing to do is, if you talk to your vet can recommend good brands. Kong, from me, And I'm not saying Kong are perfect or anything. I'm not sponsored by Kong, but in my experience with my dog, of what I've experienced, Kong are a really, really good brand. And I found them always to be good and to be safe for my dog. Another thing, a really simple thing that's a really nice gift for your pet is a new bed. Buy your dog, your cat, your guinea pig, your gerbil, your mouse, your ferret, your fox, your raccoon. I don't know what your pet is, but just in general for your pets. A lot of the stuff I'm saying applies to dogs, but it applies to a lot of other animals as well. A new bed is an absolutely lovely gift for a animal for the festive season. It's also good for them to have a spare bed anyway in case they have accidents or, you know what I mean, there's a flood or a leak in a pipe or anything, you have a spare bed for them. He has several beds because he is a brat. When we brought him home originally, he used to get really anxious and he peed on his bed constantly, so we had to constantly change it. He doesn't do it anymore, but he did it for like a few years. So we had a few for him, so he has several beds. So if you ever see me around the house and there's a different bed there, that's why. We do wash them regularly and whatever. And now that I'm allergic to him, I'm going to have to wash them even more. Because, as you can see, I'm staying away from him like the doctor told me. I love my dog, I don't care. I'll put up with the pain. I'll suffer, because I love him. But yeah, so a new bed is a really nice idea, and a new fluffy, chunky bed. And also, I always say, if you're not sure about the size, err on the side of larger. Don't get the smaller bed, get the bigger bed. If it's a smaller bed, they won't fit into it. If it's a bigger bed, then they have more room. There's never a bad thing from a bigger bed, so if you're not sure, go larger. And like if they recommend, say this dog is recommended for a dog, this bed is recommended for a dog that's like 12.5 inches. If your dog is like 12 inches or 13 inches, maybe go for the next size. If it's like 12 or 13 across, your dogs like to stretch out. They like to have loads of room. But yeah, a new bed I think is a really nice gift, and there's loads of them. You can get waterproof ones, you can get fluffy ones, you can get cuddly ones, you can get soft ones, hard ones, big ones. You can get single cushions, you can get one with little cushions around them, you can get ones with like actual bed frames that look like actual beds. So stuff like that, and new blankies and stuff like that. Dogs love, in my experience, and pets in general, love fleecy blankets. I've yet to meet an animal who doesn't like fleecy blankets. And everywhere sells them, like all the big supermarkets sell them. I know here Penny sell them. Pennies are kind of famous for them. IKEA sell them. I'm sure if you're in North America, if you've got stuff like Walmart, Target and stuff like that, I'm sure they sell them. I don't really know much about those stores or anything, but you know, I'm sure they sell them. I think they're department stores, aren't they? And they sell like lots of stuff. Anyway, fleecy blankets, great for animals. Anything to do with bedding. Animals love bedding. There's things as well you can get called vet bed. It's usually sold on a roll. Most animals love that as well. So bedding is a really, really good one. Another one to do is get brushes for your dogs or your cats. Grooming brushes. You can get massage brushes. They do detangler brushes. They have like smoothing brushes. There's ones for long hair. There's ones for short hair. Some dogs need brushing. Some dogs don't need brushing. Max doesn't essentially need to be brushed. He loves being brushed. He's getting a bit angry right now because I said the B-R-U-S-H word, and he loves that. Because he's a short-haired dog and he sheds, so he doesn't really need it, but we do it, and it helps with the shedding to get it out. It's also why my allergies get quite bad, so much dander in the air, because I don't brush him enough. It's mainly because he doesn't need to be brushed, but I still do brush him, but I could do it more. He also has a massage brush, and he absolutely loves them. Like, he'd follow you around the house for a day if you had the massage brush in your hand. He loves that. But grooming brushes are really good idea for pets, and there's loads of different ones. There's different ones for different breeds. There's different ones for different sizes of dogs. There's different ones for different needs. Some dogs need grooming like every week, every month. Some dogs need grooming twice a year, 4 times a year, 5 times a year. Look up your particular breed of dog, pet. Ask your vet. They'll go through all that with you. But having some nice grooming stuff at home can be really nice. There's brushes. You can get sprays for their coat. There's doggy cologne. You know, if you are washing your cat, if you haven't done it before, may God protect you, or whoever your God is and whoever you worship, may they protect you if you're trying to wash a cat. Good luck. But yeah, I think like grooming items are really nice because like cats and dogs are a lot more simple than we are. You know what I mean? They've simple needs. I think a lot of us kind of complicate and try and put our own needs on the animals. But I think stuff like grooming is really, really nice. Gift for them. The next one is, oh yeah, stocking. So a lot of the companies do big stockings. So you've got people like Pedigree Chum. They do a huge stocking for dogs every year, and they do because they make like, you know, they make the official like dentist sticks and jumbones and, you know, that kind of stuff, like the big brand kind of treats and stuff. So they usually do a stocking at Christmas for like small dogs, medium dogs, large dogs. A lot of the cat companies, I know Whiskas, they make them as well for different sized cats. A lot of pet shops do them as well with their own branded stuff, with their, like if they sell a particular brand of more, they do them. The company, I think, you know, Trixie, who's in a lot of the pet shops, I think it's called Trixie is the brand. They do them, if I remember correctly, they did them last year. A lot of the kind of dollar shops have them as well. But again, if you're getting ones with toys in them, guys, please be careful with the safety standards. Because for the most part, unfortunately, the pet toy industry is not very well regulated, which I found out recently, which is kind of scary. But yeah, so stuff like that, they do stockings which are really good, and they have like treats in them, they have toys in them, they have, some of them comes with colours, you know, that kind of thing, and they're just like, they can be chocolate, they can be, you know, another one I saw was a full turkey dinner for dogs and for cats, but it's like made with, you know, animal safe substitutes and food and stuff like that for Christmas Day. So stuff like that can be a really, really nice idea for animals. And obviously, again, try out with your pet particular brands. Cats and dogs are different in that there's like some brands that they won't eat. There's some foods that they don't like. Like, you know, there's one brand of treats I have out there for him, and I have them, we probably have them like 2 years now. They're still in date, obviously. If they weren't, we throw them away. But they're like chewy sticks, and we thought, oh my god, he'll devour these. He'll eat them, but like we'll give them to him and it'll take him like 3 days to eat them. These like little chewy sticks. He doesn't really, you know, do them. But then I can give him a marquee or a dentist stick, and he's like, it's like gone, 20 seconds, disappeared forever. Oh yeah, another nice idea for pets is new harnesses, especially if you have a dog, or some people have cats that they walk, or ferrets or other things. But in relation to, I can say about my dog. Anyway, the harnesses get worn. They do. Dogs, when they're scratching, they catch the front of them. If they're bitey or snappy dogs, they'll, you know what I mean, they'll try and bite them when you're putting them on. They get ripped, they get stretched, they get damaged with the weather, you know what I mean, general wear and tear. You can get them in a million colours, you can get them in a million textures and fabrics and everything. Make sure, really, 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 really important, guys, make sure you measure your dog correctly for their harness. Because if the harness is the tiniest bit too big, trust me, they will get out of it. They will find a way out of it. And also, a lot of people prefer harnesses when walking to leads, because the harness has a much broader span on the animal. It doesn't hurt them. Because dogs can hurt themselves and hurt their necks with collars much more easy than they can with a harness, because the harness is their whole body. It also means as well, if dogs are pulling, they're not going to choke themselves as much with a harness on them, because it wraps around their whole that kind of torso area. The harness, well, the fabrics are generally softer. They make sure you measure them really well as well, because if they're too big, they can rub and irritate their skin. Same thing if they're too small. Most of them come with adjustable straps. He has his on now. I can show it to you. Can I pick you up? No, you're not happy about it, but you're going to do it anyway because you're the best boy. And I'm going to give you a treat now in a second. So he has one now. As you can see here, he's ripped this one. He's always scratching here. He loves, right here, he loves to scratch. He also got a handle of it one day. He was in a humour and I was trying to put it on him and he grabbed it with his teeth. And we had a wrestle. And then this one just has the, hold on. Oh, it's a baby. Hi, baby. This one has the Y kind of side clips at the back, and then the strap goes through. This is a really good one. It's really secure. It's made by Simply Comfortable. It's one brand. There's a lot of them that look like that. There's about 10 different companies that make them. They're the same style, same colour, same fabric, everything. They do a million other colours, and there's a light kind of reflector on that as well that he likes, or that I like for him if he's walking in the evening. But they're really nice things to get, I think, for Christmas as well. Another thing is new leads and collars. It's nice to refresh them. I know with his colouring, I do wash it regularly, but the colour fades down. It's not as soft as it used to be. I'll probably get him a new one soon. Like, it's not worn or anything, it's fine, but I know every time he gets his shower or his bath, I do give that a really, really good scrub, and the dirt that comes out of it. You know, and also it's kind of can be good as well to have slightly different sizes in the collars, and what I mean by that is the thickness of the strap on the collars, because if your dog has to go for treatment or anything like that, some of the cones and stuff like that need a particular, they have limitations on what size the cone can be to hook onto the collars, and it's just good to have spare ones as well in case one of them breaks or gets lost, or you know, whatever like that. They can be good to have. Another thing is leads. What do I have here? Leads. Yeah, there's loads of leads. There's the stretchy leads, you know, the ones that come back, you know, the ones that go out and then you can lock them and bring them back. There's training leads, there's standard length leads, they're coloured, they're stripy, they're spots, they're everything. There's loads of them. Another good thing to get, and it's a good time of the year, around this time of the year, to refresh that kind of stuff. You need to take a moment, go and examine your dog's collar, go and examine your dog's lead, go and examine your dog's harness. And that as well is leading into my next point, which is safety gear. It's really important at this time of the year, especially to keep your dogs and your cats safe. We're coming up to, obviously we're near the Christmas season, there's a lot of fires, there's loads of weird smells that animals aren't used to, there's presents, there's food they don't see all the time. You do have the few selection of people who like to let off fireworks because apparently they haven't let go of Halloween yet. And also then obviously stuff like, you know, New Year's Eve as well, there's going to be a hell of a lot more fireworks as well, and loud noise and stuff can scare dogs, and you want them to be in the proper safe gear that they need to be in. Like, you want their harness to be comfortable on them and secure, their collar the same, you know, the kind of way. I also am going to remind everyone, if you have an animal, and this is a message for you specifically, if you're a person with an animal, a pet who doesn't have a tag, and you need a tag, and I don't mean a microchip, I mean like a little dangly tag. If you've been saying, I'm going to go get a tag, I'm going to go get it, do it now. Go on, write it down, go do it now. This is your reminder to do it. And so many phrases like, I have to get the tag, we have to get the tag. Go do it now, okay? Especially this time of the year, the numbers, as sad as it is, guys, the number for thefts of animals goes up at this time of the year, okay? It does, like, that's the reality. So you need to be careful. And that's why I'm especially saying get into safety. You want strong leads, collars and stuff like that, so your dog is always, or your cat or whatever animal is always safe, they're near you and they're protected. Get into safety leads. You can now get leads that are high visibility leads. You can get them with LED lights on them, either one solid colour, different colours, ones that flash. Collars, it's the same thing, they're for safety, they're to let people know, especially if you're out walking in the evenings and at night. Like, it's getting dark at like 4 o'clock now, so you know what I mean, you want to be able to see your animals when you're on the road. Just because you can see the cyclist on the road and you're going to move out of the way, chances are your dog or your cat or your pet is not going to. So at least if they have the high visibility stuff on them, it can be, you know, if they can be seen. Now, one thing we have for him for safety is this little jacket. You've probably seen it on him before. I'm not gonna put it on him now. You can see him getting a bit excited there. If I put this on him, he thinks he's going out for a W, and he's already been out twice today, so he's not going out. But this is a really simple one here, this one. This is a pretty standard shape for them as well. This kind of U shape. So how it works is, literally, we just pop it on his back. I usually put it on underneath his harness. There's ones you can get that have a hole in the back for it to put the harness or the loop through, but I like to put it underneath the harness. And this literally clips here around his chest, like around his, like his neck goes through, his head goes through here, and then this literally clips around his belly. Like, it's the easiest thing in the world. It takes a couple of seconds to put on him. This would be his head here. And literally it means when I'm out on the road, if it's dark, everyone can see him. He is like, these are reflective strips. This is like a builder's high-vis jacket, but it's for him, and it's really bright, and I've seen it when Caroline's hit it, and the strips glow like. Really good thing if you walk your animal at night. If you jog at night, run at night, go on your bike at night and bring your animal. If you're out at all with your animal in that or a dark area, forests even, if you go out with your dog and you let your dog off lead. Now, I know most places it's not legal to let dogs off lead. Most people do. But anyway, these are really good if you're somewhere like forests or parks or pretty much anywhere where you need good visibility of your dog. I recommend getting one of these, because if they get into like a hedge or something, or into like a muddy puddle, and you know what I mean, they're hard to see, especially if you've got one of those particular colours of dogs that blends in with nature. These are excellent, and they're going to keep your dog safe, and they're going to keep them bright and visible, and you'll be able to see them. So that's a really good thing that I think to buy. Another little thing I got, you've already seen the other one. I got him some little bow ties for Christmas. Just a little gift. Now, he actually really likes them. For years, I was one of these people who was like, I am not dressing my animal. It is a weird thing to do. Stop dressing your pets. It's strange. You're doing it for yourself. Don't tell me your animal enjoys it. They literally don't care. You're doing it because you want to dress them up. Okay? Which, still for the most part, is true. But in fact, some animals actually do like being dressed up. I, as a joke, I don't know when it was, a year or two ago, bought him a jacket or a jumper or something, put it on him, and he wouldn't let me take it off him. It turns out he actually really likes wearing clothes. He owns 3 items of clothing. Okay, I'm not putting him out in new outfits every day. It's just for fun stuff in Christmas. So in one of the videos already, which video was it that I shared with you? I can't remember. One of the videos I can't remember if it's up already. If it's on, it'll be up very soon. But he's in this little jumper here. His auntie bought him. He really likes this. His auntie bought him this. A little jumper. He's in one of the videos in this already. And literally, I just let him go outside in this when it's cold. If I'm going out the back garden, I just throw it on him, and he absolutely loves it. And it's a nice way as well to keep your animals cold. What I always say, guys, is if you're bringing your animal, if you don't know whether or not to put a coat or a cover on your animal, if you're going outside and you need to wear your coat and you can't tolerate the cold outside, you best believe your animal can't, okay? Trust me on that. If you need a big, heavy, bulky coat to go outside, so does your pet. I see people doing all the time, I see people going out in the snow with their pets. And there's certain breeds of pets, and if you live in somewhere like Canada, y'all are mad for snow. Y'all have snow half the year. You know, you have snow like we have rain. You know what I mean? Your dogs realistically are acclimatized, they're used to it. But in countries where we don't have snow a lot, and then you go out with it, the dogs are going to get cold. They're going to get really, really cold. Dogs can get frostbite. Dogs can get sick from the cold just like we can. Also, just a general notice if you're a pet owner, as we get into more colder and colder weather, I know in Ireland in January it's usually colder, but I know in December in some countries it's colder. Please be careful walking your dog on the roads and side paths. When they put down the salt, the salt they put in the roads to clear the road, a lot of the times they use chemicals and that there can be antifreeze that can burn the dog's paws. So please be very careful walking your dog with that kind of stuff. And also don't put shoes on your dog for walking. Obviously you do what you want, it's your pet, but shoes on dogs, I know in some countries they're recommended due to the conditions like ice, snow, and if that's recommended to you by your vet, not by some random friend, by your literal vet, fine. But putting shoes on dogs can be really dangerous because they can't feel their paws against the ground, so they can't sense unevenness. It can affect their balance. It can affect loads of things. It can be actually quite dangerous. So please be careful. I know at this time of the year some people for some reason love to buy elf shoes and put them on their dogs. And I've seen the dog, if your dog is there shaking the shoe off, please take the shoe off them, okay? Most dogs don't like shoes. Some dogs do. If your dog does, you go ahead, you do what you want. But I'm just saying, guys, safety first, be careful. It's just last year I just heard so many horror stories of people over silly things from ice and snow, and especially this time of the year on Christmas, and putting on costumes and clothes on the dog, and the dogs were too hot, and going out with the dog and having no clothes on, the dog being freezing. Now I got him these little costumes I think are cute for Christmas. He actually really likes this. So I got him a little Santa jumper, jacket, for Christmas Day. So it's really funny, on Christmas last year, I got dressed up, and the kind of way and everybody gets dressed, puts on their nice clothes, and for Christmas Day and whatever. And I remember he brought me out to what we call his press. He has his own press, and he was trying to get me his high vis because I think he realised we were dressed up and he wanted to dress up himself. I think, or he wants to be part of it. So here we go. If I ever experienced or came across him feeling any discomfort in anything, I'd immediately take it off, and I recommend you do the same. If you're putting a costume on your animal and they're even fighting you a little bit, and I know people are like, oh, they're only fussing. No, guys, your animal could be in pain. Animals, unlike humans, cannot communicate what is wrong with them, where their pain is, all that kind of stuff. So please, if you have something, a collar, a harness, a coat, a jumper, a jacket, a shoe, anything that's affecting your dog and they're uncomfortable, they're trying to get it off, I beg you, please take it off them. And the reason I say this as well is because I know this time of the year we get a lot of new pet owners and they buy like all the accessories and the clothing and all. If that's what you're into, fine. But they don't consider the well-being of the dog against what they want. Now, most people don't do that, but there is a small percentage. And if you're one of those people, I don't care that you think your dog looks good in a tutu. If they don't want it on, take it off. Please. Anyway, I don't want this to be a ranty video, guys. Okay, I don't want to be ranty. I'm just very particular and protective. I love animals. I'm very protective of them. Now, this is Mr. Santa Paws. Mr. Max Santa Paws. You look a bit like Elvis with that collar there, Maxie. Now, I'm just closing his Velcro. Is that okay? And it's one thing as well, when I'm ever putting anything like this on him, I'm watching him constantly. Like, if he gets uncomfortable, I will stop. I don't care. I don't care how cute he looks. I don't care. Like, I know I say, oh, he's really cute, it's really funny. But if he's uncomfortable, I won't put it on him. This is Mr. Thank you so much. Mr. Maxi Paws. Mr. Santa Paws. Guys, I just think this is so funny. Oh, you're not happy? Okay, there you go. You go down. I'm going to give him another piece of his advent calendar because he's been such a good boy. And he's been so quiet and he hasn't barked once. Which is rare for him to go that long without barking. Now, you're going to be a good boy. You're the best boy. Good boy. But yeah, anyway, we also got this. If you have dogs, maybe get them an ornament for the tree. We got this one. All I want for Christmas is my Jack Russell, because he's a Jack Russell. I don't know if he's a Jack Russell Terrier. I think he's a Dachshund, which is a cross between a Jack Russell Terrier and a Dachshund. As I mentioned before on the channel many times, he is a rescue, so we don't know what breed he is. What he is adorable. I know that much. But anyway, I don't really think I have much more to say on the matter, to be frankly honest, apart from my cool hairband that you've probably seen before. I'm really vibing it. I've got my Christmas jumper on. Thank you very much. Feeling cute. Anyway, guys, that is the end, I think, of today's video. And I think I've pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. If there's anything else, any other suggestions for gifts, drop them in the comments down below. Yeah, that's going to be the end of day 6 of Vlogmas. I will be back here tomorrow with another video for Vlogmas. And I will continue to be back here every day until the 24th of December, which will be the final Vlogmas day. Which is, I think, 3 weeks? No, 2 weeks from today. Yeah, 2 weeks from today. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful holiday season so far. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I hope you're all looking after yourselves. Don't forget to take time to relax, take some personal space. Please be calm, be stress-free if you can be. Christmas can be an incredibly difficult and incredibly stressful time, but make sure to take some self-care time and time for yourself to relax and unwind and enjoy it. Christmas is not just about you making sure everybody else enjoy it, make sure you enjoy it yourself as well. This has been, I think, the best stressed video that we've had with Mr. Santa Paws. So I think me and Mr. Maxi are going to say a very, very happy Christmas and happy holidays to all of you. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a great week and a wonderful weekend ahead. It's almost like I'm waiting for him to join in because he knows by now. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. All of you look after yourself and we will talk to y'all soon. Okay, love y'all. Bye.